The information I'm about to share is just opinion based on experience and suggestion based on experience. And I hope it helps someone. Um, Bottom line, this world is deteriorating very quickly. And it's been deteriorating for a long time, I'll grant you that. But let's put it like this: the random acts of violence, the inexplainable, bizarre acts of violence are increasing exponentially. You had an incident where an SUV ran into a crowd of people celebrating at a holiday parade. There you go. That's the first thing. Okay, I wouldn't have been there. Mm-mm. No way. I will not be in crowds now. I will not be in situations where these things can happen. Not by choice. Um, but this was a holiday parade. Okay, it wasn't a protest. It wasn't anything like that. That's the number one thing. No protests. The children of light aren't involved in that kind of thing. No, not gathering in large crowds, protesting and making a lot of noise. Not now. No, those days are over. Avoid them. These are what I do. And when I it sounds like I'm telling you what to do, doesn't it? I'm strongly suggesting because I know what's going to happen. I know what it's going to lead to. And anyway, this vehicle injured 20 people, killed 5, and children were included. And it's a tragedy. There's no question about that. But why did it happen? It seems kind of random, doesn't it? And someone pointed out to me in a comment that some homeless man in New York was randomly set on fire. That's absolutely demonic. And then you have the attacks against property. You had Nordstrom's, an exclusive store in L.A. People just going in and stealing things, and then breaking the windows of exclusive store Louis Vuitton on Rodeo Drive or in that area. And I'm just saying it just all the time. Well, then you have the constant episodes reported on airplanes, people being dragged off, people having to be subdued on airplanes, in hospitals. They have special signals that they give when someone's getting out of hand. It just goes on and on and on. And the reason for this, as you probably already figured out, is people have, number one, allowed themselves to receive this in double doses, and it's changing them. Absolutely, it's changing them. And then, if not, they're just open vessels. They've opened themselves up to demonic influence because they don't have Christ, the influence of Christ in their lives. Okay, Holy Spirit's not in you. What spirit is in you? It's that black and white. And you're going to see more and more and more of it as the time progresses, as the poison has time to do its damage. Let's put it like that. Work its poison. And so, what are some of the tools to cope, to survive, as the world will get increasingly darker? On top of that, you have the increased influence of the evil spirits in every aspect of life, because they know their time is short. So guess what? It's all amped up, and they're coming after us. I had extraordinary spiritual attacks last night where, I'm going to tell you the truth, I felt the heat rise around me. Sounds bizarre, doesn't it? it was real. It was real. And boy, I had to call on the angels for protection. I did. I asked them to surround me, literally, an army of them. That's how serious it is. And people will say, that's ridiculous. That's not real. Of course it's real. The spiritual is more real than the physical. It affects everything, and it always has. People just aren't aware of it. So in order to cope, hours of time separated from the world with your door shut in your prayer closets, praying, drawing near to Jesus, going into the Word, as much time as you can spare in silence, just listening to the inspirations, to the guidance of the Holy Spirit. It's the only way. Prayer, prayer, and more prayer. If you're able to fast even little things, give up little things, you'll feel better for it. You will. And I can't fast per se, but I can say if I want to have a chocolate bar, no, I don't need to have that chocolate bar. Or potato chips or whatever it is. Just little things. It purifies. It really does. And it helps you to withstand temptations. And they're going to be amped up. They're already amped up now. The only way to cope with any of this is to separate and isolate. Avoid confrontation. Avoid confrontational situations. Now, granted, a holiday parade, for example, is not an event where you would expect a confrontation. I understand that. But I'm talking about just confrontation with people who you know have gotten this or have animosity towards you because of your position, because they know who you are. See, what it is, there will always be people who don't like you because you irritate the demons in them. Your light irritates the demons in them. So separate. These are very simple things. Use the instinct that the Holy Spirit is giving you now to avoid situations, to stay away from something that could lead to confrontation, that could lead to you losing your control. We need to be focused now, and we need to be calm and trusting in the Lord and not ranting and raving at people in crowds or family members or whoever, because that's going to destroy completely our peace. Come to think of it, I even made a video where I was doing a little bit too much of that, and I took it down. Not that what I was saying was not true, but anything that takes away from the peace. And the only way to maintain peace is going to be lots and lots of time alone with Jesus. And I'm sounding a little bit like a broken record, so I'm going to stop this now. But do you understand what I'm saying? It's getting worse, and it's going to get worse by the day because of the poison. So you have to separate from them. Yes, you do. I have to separate from them. And I have to be close to Jesus, as close as I can be, just to survive, just to get through it. Don't aggravate situations. Don't jump into situations. Separate. Isolate. It's that simple.